What is good, Worthybody fam? I am coming to you guys today with some shoulder day tips. I get a ton of questions about shoulders, so I just want to go over a few things that are staples in my shoulder workout. But first, let's just go over the shoulder a little bit. We got to know what we're working out and why we're working it out. If you want big shoulders, fam, if you want big shoulders, you have to work the rear delt. That is the back of the shoulder. Why do you do that? It's because if you want 3D delts, if you ain't got that rear delt popping, it's not gonna give you that full look. A lot of guys, they neglect their rear delts, and that's why their shoulders are lagging. So sometimes in my shoulder workouts, I won't start with shoulder press. I won't. It's not my thing. I'm gonna start with rear delts because I want them to come up the most, and that's exactly what I wanna hit. And if you train something heavy at first, that's gonna be the main thing for that lift, right? You wanna have as much energy as possible for what you wanna bring up. So let's say you wanna bring up your lateral head, right? The side of your delt. Then you do some lateral raises first. But me, and I think most guys, they're gonna need that rear delt help to really make the shoulders pop. Now, as I just said, we got the lateral head right here. These are also crucial to shoulders. Absolutely crucial. You want to be wide like this, extra wide. These shoulders pop out because that's how you get the illusion of a smaller waist. If you want to have that V taper, you gotta have a wide back and wide shoulders. That's why you see these guys looking crazy, because when they're training, they're very focused on this, and my training is focused on this. So I really want to drill that in. Wide back and wide shoulders. If you want wide shoulders, do lateral raises, and also hit that rear delt to really like get that finished shoulder look. And finally, we got the front delt. Now this is a little bit controversial. A lot of guys say you gotta hit the front delts to really get that shoulder look. I don't think you do. I don't train them often. I really don't, because when I'm pressing, when I'm doing a bunch of bench press, inclines, even shoulder press, that's hitting my front delt. I don't really have to hit them alone. And some people, if maybe getting ready for a show, that's probably the only time that y'all catch me working front delts. Other than that, I'm not really doing it. But we can still go over a little bit for that, but I have a little twist to it. So let's get right into it. Start with the rear delt. And all we're gonna do is some rear delt flies. All right, today I'm coming at y'all with some light dumbbells. I'm tired from my workout. I just hit shoulders, but I had to get some extra work in for you guys. And I know a lot of people, they only have dumbbells at home. Maybe you only have light dumbbells. You can still get a good workout in with proper form, and just go a little bit higher in the reps. And with the rear delt, it is a very small muscle. So what that means is you wanna hit that with pretty high reps, and that's gonna help you get the most growth out of it. So I'm doing rear delt flies or even the reverse pec deck. If I was in the gym, I might go for 20 reps. I might go for 15 reps, sometimes even 25 reps, but very, very lightweight. I'm never going too heavy. Now with the shoulders, and I tell y'all this all the time, and I will say it again and again, you don't wanna get hunched up. That's the main problem. So when I'm doing a rear delt fly and I'm down like this, I'm constantly pushing these back to make sure my traps don't get too involved. So when we're doing these rear delt flies, the main thing that you want to do is get a full range of motion. I see too many guys going all the way back here with rear delts. They're not working that hard over there. The traps are working. So all you really got to do, get in a strong position, keep them traps down, boom. Boom. It's a constant fight, keeping your traps down. You wanna get a good squeeze up here. Right there is where you want the squeeze. Think about where your rear delts are and really make them pop and try to work with it. And again, high rep range with those. You wanna go pretty high, at least 15 reps with some light weight. You don't really see too many guys putting on 50-pound dumbbells or rear delt flies because it's not necessary. Just play with the rep ranges. And here we go with the lateral raises. These are also super important. Again, you don't want to get too far up here. You're pushing down as you are coming up like this. We're keeping them down and back, opening up the chest, and boom. Another key tip, think about raising up your elbows. raising up your elbows. That'll get you a very good mind-muscle connection. You'll get that squeeze. I think that Kai Green, he said it best. Think of the shoulders, especially the lateral head, as like hands coming across. That's how the muscles are actually formed. It's like little spindles coming over, just like this. And when I imagine that, it kind of helps me get a way better squeeze when I'm coming up. So think of it like that. That can definitely help you. So, when you are doing these, I'm coming up, my shoulders are down and back, tight core. You can lean forward a little bit. That can take a little bit of your core out of it so you can get more work of the lateral delts. That's a little bit extra though, but you know, we go the extra mile. We're coming up, getting a nice little pause there. But here's the key. When I come up like this, I'm fighting it on the way down. I'm coming up, getting a good pause. I'm fighting it on the way down. If you're not fighting on the way down, you're not getting all the work you can get out of it. Lifting up with the elbows, leading with the elbows. You don't want to let your wrist get above your shoulder. Like this, kind of a hard angle. Like this. I want to keep my wrist down a little bit. That's also going to help you get more activation out of these delts. Some people come from the front. That's okay, not my forte. I like to keep them right by my side when I'm doing these lateral raises. And not trying to get too much traps involved. Your traps are gonna work a little bit. We're really not trying to get too much of that in there. When you're doing these, you can go a little bit heavier than what you would do with the rear delt flies. These you can go a little bit heavier. It still can be dangerous for some athletes. So the baseball players, I don't even know if I'd have you do this exercise. Too much throwing going on, we don't want to mess up your shoulders. If you do these right, you will be safe, but I gotta be honest with you. Over time, this can add up. A little bit of shoulder impingement. You have to do your shoulder mobility drills and things like that and stay flexible to stay healthy for a long period of time. Some trainers will stay away from this exercise. I wouldn't, because I'm trying to build the best body possible, and we're gonna take precautions along with that. If you wanna go heavy with lateral raises, I have a little gift to you. And some people hate on this, but they should not. We're gonna talk about partial reps. Partial reps are great, but do them for a reason and do them correctly. So sometimes I'm trying to get some crazy growth in these lateral heads of the shoulder. But to do that, we all know you gotta be involved with some progressive overload. And what that is the stimulation of the muscles. Over time, you can go heavier. You can have better form to activate more muscle fibers, or you can do more reps. But we're trying to build strength and size. So to do that, we're gonna have to get stronger to make ourselves grow. That's progressive overload. And like I said before, this position for the shoulder, it's not the strongest position. It's not. If you don't do those right, you can get injured. So going pretty heavy and coming all the way up here, it's probably not the best idea. So what I do with some heavier dumbbells, when I'm in the gym, I'll grab like the 50s, the 60s, right? And I'll just go like this. It's right there. This is a partial rep. I'm not going all the way up, but you can still get a lot of muscle activation out of these. Some dudes hate on partial reps. I utilize them to make it work for me. Now, we're not getting the full range of motion in this, which is okay, but we're going heavier for the max amount of reps. There's a caveat. When you're doing partial reps, you want to do something that is above what you're used to. Like let's say you're doing a partial rep, like a half rep with the bench press to get stronger at one portion of the lift. Maybe you work on the bottom half or the top half. Do something pretty heavy that you aren't used to, that you couldn't get for full range. You're doing half the work. So put some more weight on it, and that's how you get some real gains from it. So when I'm doing these partial reps, I'm going super heavy for a lot of reps. I'll get the 50s, the 60s, whatever. and I'll be doing that for 20 reps. You're gonna get a hell of a burn, crazy burn. But that's good because over here, right from here to here, the shoulders are safer. Up here, no. That's where the shoulders get hurt, and that's how we can do different things to manipulate what we're doing to keep progressive overloading. That's the key here. And finally, we're gonna talk about the front delts. The muscle that I don't hit that much because we're doing a lot of benching, and it gets hit right there. So I don't do it. What if I am doing it? I'm gonna get a little chest involved in it because I want to build that upper chest. And this is a dumbbell fly, a standing dumbbell fly. It's gonna hit the front delts very, very good. But I kind of get the best of both worlds here because I'm really focused on this upper chest. Same things apply. Shoulders down and back. Tight core, keep that chest open. And we're just coming in like this. Getting that crazy chest squeeze right here. And you can see my front delts are still working, but I'm really focused on that squeeze. I do these sometimes to warm up for chest day, just to get some pre-exhaustion on that chest. These are great for the upper chest, and also they're great for the front delts. Boom. 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 Now, if you want to get more range of motion on these, you should do them with one arm. That's probably a little bit better, but I like doing them at the same time. That's my preference. So you can come across, get that tight core, open chest, get the drop down, where it's coming across like this. And that nice squeeze. It's good to tap the muscle, so you know what you got to squeeze. Got a good training partner, they'll tap it for you. It's a little weird, but it definitely makes a huge difference. See, I'm getting more range of motion on this. I can go a little bit further. With both hands, you kind of can't do that. These are also really good with the cables. Oh my God, that squeeze with the cables. It's amazing, and I love it. But I ain't got no cables here. I know a lot of you guys don't have cables at home either. So this is just something that you could do with the dumbbells and get a pretty decent workout in. For rep ranges, they are important. Rear delts, lightweight, a lot of reps. Can be in the 20 rep range, 25 rep range, 15 if just getting started. For the side delt, if you're getting the full range, if you are getting the full range, you can do something in the 12 to 15 rep range, maybe even 10 if you're just getting started. If you're doing partial reps, it's coming right up to here, the partial reps, we're going heavier, super heavy, again in the high rep range, if you're not getting the full range of motion. And for these, the standing dumbbell fly, I would like to keep these in the 10, 12 rep range. You can do 15, but if you're doing 15, might as well go a little bit heavier. And that is all, folks. I want you to try this out. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if this helped you. And let me know in the comments more videos you guys want to see. Like always, you can follow me on social media at Worthybody, on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and Twitter. I'm out there. Make sure to subscribe because more videos are coming, and hope you enjoyed it.